So, what's Iceland like? Because I was there in 1968.
Well, I think actually I found it reminiscent of Ireland in the 1980s. That's the feeling I got where I was. When you fly into Iceland now, you fly into the international airport, and you're going along in this landscape that it's just barren, black, brown, volcanic, crusty landscape. And I remember thinking to myself, I was just like, the Icelandic people are so brave, because you know the land is so active and it's so barren, and I was like, and how do they live here? So from Reykjavik then, I flew internationally then across then to East Iceland, and you fly over all the glaciers, and you fly over the dormant snow-capped volcanoes, or you just see the circles of them, and that was really, really quite emotional inside, even just flying over the wild landscape. And then when I got to the place that I was doing the artist residency, it was about 50 kilometres to the nearest civilization.
Right.
So I really was, out on my own, and had to change my project ideas and had to adapt to the landscape.
I noticed on this picture here with the basalt hexagons, I thought that was the Giant's Causeway, but it's not. So, in other words, there's been volcanic activity in Ireland as well, because that's volcanic.
I did that with because my work, it's shown the connections between Ireland and Iceland. The project originally was to be about the monks that left pier in Donegal. They were the first settlers of Iceland. The monks would have been male and female at that time. There's a woman's well, and everything is still up in Teelan. Wow. So I spent a lot of time in Teelan on the Pilgrim's Path, and just connecting with the landscape there before I went over to Iceland. And where I was staying about 3 years ago, they had an archaeological dig for a year or so, and it was a monastic site, and I had thought that it was going to be connected to here. Although the monks probably may have had training from the monks here, they weren't Irish monks that they know of there. But a lot of the traditions that they've uncovered was the same. They had the Saint Margaret, who's very much like our Saint Bridget. She's the saint of women, for childbirth, for pregnancy and things like that. And the little relic book that they found that she laid on pregnant women's tummies, it looks like the Book of Kells. The print is the same colour and that. So I think the influence was definitely there. But my time there was only 10 days. So it's not it's only just to scratch the top of the surface.
Oh, sure. It's difficult, especially landscapes, to get the essence of the landscape and not have too much or too little, and give the viewer a sense of the scale as well, because the scale is very important in landscapes, and if you don't have that little bit of comparison, whether it's a tree or a stone or something, you don't know how big it is or how small it is, it could be anything.
And you know yourself the scale of things there.
Huge,
the landscape is
enormous, very difficult to capture. I like the aluminium. We call it aluminum mountings. They're beautiful. Because you create, even though they're dark, they have a luminescence coming out of the blacks.
And you can see it sometimes when the sunlight catches just the little streaks of, say, like the horse's hair or parts of the landscape. I decided to go to have them etched on aluminium because I kind of felt that if they were framed, it would take away from them. If there was a border put on them or a frame, it would kind of take away from their energy, the expansiveness of them. And I really like the clean look of them.
They're wonderful.
It was, personally, it was, a journey of self-discovery, both in myself and in my work. I was telling you about the waterfall that I went up. I headed up about 5:30 in the morning, and there was no one around. And it took a couple of hours to walk it. It was about 10 kilometres or something like that, and I had all the gear. And you're always stopping. These photographs are from there. Those ones, the basalt ones, are from there. And I got to the top, and I was just I had paddling and swim in the glacier water on the way because there was only me and the reindeers. And then I got to the top, and I was just sitting there. And whenever you take the time and you connect with it, you know, it was really precious and very special.